a pure heart, an eager intellect, an unveiled spiritual perception, a brotherliness for one's co-disciple, a willing obedience to the behests of truth once we have placed our confidence in and believe that teacher to be in possession of it, a courageous endurance of personal injustice. These are the golden stairs up the steps of which the learner may climb to the temple of divine wisdom.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And then I saw him
beautiful.
In the Theosophical Society. He was going to be a member. And he opened the door and he put his head out and he had blue eyes. Him. And so
they're still blue and they're still beautiful.
And you should see how. So when we are married, because my sister is going to say, who is with you?
Her sister is an elder medium in the Philippines, and they were the
medium.
Yeah,
it's like psychic surgery.
Psychic surgery. Their family. Her uncle was the member of the family of the original trainers of the psychic surgeons and mediums that channeled and spoke from when their relatives left. They could get messages from them, and they worked with healers.
They have a round apparatus, and there are letters A, B, C, D. Then my sister,
Some of their Ouija board.
Another woman on the other side, and her, and so they do like this and like that, and somebody gets the
letters, and then it spells something out.
And then you could do the filming, and you'd see the ectoplasm coming out from them. Now, the Ouija board was later designed, but the old mediums used to do that. They would have a glass jar, and they would move it over the letter, and as it went from letter to letter, they would get message. Where later in the age, now there's channeling, where you would actually be able to channel these messages straight through.
So that has even evolved also.
We've evolved since then, yes.
So now, how were you attracted to this area?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that. In 1990, which was 6 years after, I'm getting ringing in my ears. It's very strong in both ears. I don't often get that. You know that's a sign.
You're being communicated
to. Being contacted.
Yep.
I'm being contacted. I'm getting a download. Like the computer, you know.
Really?
Yeah, and you hear that noise, and the computer starts to get hyper and it's running. It's downloading. That's what it is for me. I can't consciously.
And if you acknowledge it, your guides and whatnot love that because it's a higher, like a frequency, higher frequency sound.
Yeah.
And sometimes I can feel them. I can feel like a presence come next to me. You know, I can
once you acknowledge it.
Well, and I'm saying they love it when you acknowledge them. Sure, because they never get acknowledged. You know, I mean, a lot of people think something's wrong with them or something. Physically,
or that
is.
Yeah. Doesn't mean anything or something.
Yeah. So anyway, excuse me, I interrupted you. So
no.
Where were you?
He's pleasantly downloading.
Oh yeah, right.
I was downloading. That was fine.
But being attracted to the area.
Yeah, that was it. That's where we're going.
1990, we were sent here. We were deployed here, as our star guides like to call it, and we were sent here because we were told that this area would be one of the shining new examples of the new heaven and the new earth.
Cool.
And that it was a new vortex for the New Age people, like Sedona, Mount Shasta, and Asheville. And then there's Santa Fe, Taos, New Mexico, Sangre de Cristos, and Crestone, Colorado, that area. Those are the top areas, and you've got Boulder, Colorado. And that in 1990, when we came to help have that be, we thought, you must be kidding. There's nothing here. It's beautiful for the raw nature, but there was no activity. There were no New Age people doing anything. And they said, no, you got to start it. You got to be some of the avant-garde that comes to help start it. Okay, so we did. For a year, from Franklin to Cherokee to Candler to Asheville, we went all around and researched and toured people around and had people come to us to ask us questions and took them out and showed them. And that's pretty much it. And then there was a small little health food store. And but the downtown area was mostly a derelict. Like you didn't.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I've heard that.
Much.
Boarded up windows.
Boarded up windows.
Yeah. It was
Riding
almost
on the,
scary over there at the Grove Arcade.
Heroin addicts and
Yeah,
alcoholics and hanging out on the streets. You know, scary. Right?
It was kind of scary.
You don't want to go down around there.
A little shady.
But when we came back, so we were there for a year and a half in 1990. When we came back in 2007, we were sent here. 2008, excuse me. We've been here for a little over a year now. Mm-hmm. We were looking for the right place to go. We had a place in St. Augustine Beach in Florida. Beautiful place that we loved. We did not want to go, but the Spirit said we had to go. They said, take for instance, one big wave rolls. It can roll from Florida from coast to coast. This is where the safe haven will be. Mm. So we were sent here. The Smoky Mountains.
Really?
Yeah.
It's.
I'm not saying this will happen, and my guides didn't tell me that either, but it is a possibility, and there are parallel Earths.
Yes.
And when the new heaven and new earth comes, those whose consciousness reach a higher level will never take any bit of cataclysm or catastrophe. Mm-hmm. Okay, they will be raised up in a brand new, beautiful light, eternally immortal blessings in every step of the way. Those who want to stay in the fear and the dog eat dog and the genocide, that they will have that on their earth.
Yep.
But on this new earth,
in Asheville,
in the Asheville area,
the safe haven.
This was one of the safe havens. We were sent here. We were told we needed to come out of Florida because we needed to go to where the safe havens would be, and we did not choose it. You said you send us to the safe havens. Well, they didn't tell us where to go. They said just get out of Florida, and you're not going to go south. So you got to go north. So we thought northern Georgia. That's kind of laid back, way back, and the northern mountains way up there, and you're close enough to jot down to Atlanta when you really need something once in a while. Atlantis. I love Atlantis. I love Atlanta, but I'm not necessarily going to live right there in it. So like New York City, you know.
Yeah.
So there was no place else but up here in Asheville in the Smoky Mountains. And I said, but we've been there, done that. Go there again, take a look at it. All right, we went up. We fell in love with it.
Yeah. It's changed a lot since then.
Yes, it has. It's got three big, huge 2 earth fairs and a Green Life health food store that are like the Whole Life health foods, only even more conscious with their whole organic foods and their products. Mm-hmm. And a whole host of alternative people all over the place. It seems like 80% of the people, or 70, 65%, are all alternative-minded people.
Who have mostly been attracted to the area as well.
And not all of them
don't know why.
They do not know why. And this is why you were sent. We are shepherds. We are star shepherds. And we're here to help tell those who don't know why. We're here to help gather the flock. That's our work. And everybody will have something different. And it's not all that we have to all leave behind everything and join and build a community. This is the community. The whole thing is the community. And so then we went... This is what was going around in our mind, but not until we went to the downtown area at night. When we were there, we left the health. It was like the Paris of the Southeast. Everybody was outside drinking tea and sitting on the sidewalks.
Listening to live bands.
And drumming.
Yeah.
Oh, the drumming circles.
Beautiful drumming circle in the Pritchard Park. And there were no boarded up windows anymore. And the old places were refurbished.
Grove Arcade.
Yes,
they redid all that. It's so beautiful.
Elegant Grove Arcade.
Yep.
And the places are now, many of them are alternatives. It's sort of like the new Haight-Ashbury, too. It's, only upgraded. Upgraded with higher